Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV with one of my quick flyby compilation videos today. What I kind of like to do every year about this time of year is take a look back through all the different RVs that I've recorded this year and what kind of categories can we come up with and look at. And what I want to do today is go through a handful of new fifth wheel layouts that came out that for one reason or another really kind of caught my attention. So we'll take about a 2.5 minute fast flyby look through one of these. And then if you see something you like, if you want to learn a little bit more about them, check the links in the video description. I will leave you links to the full detailed walkthrough version of every single one of these so that you don't need to, go hunting through the ether to find them to make life easy. So if you're watching this like, dude, you need to give me more details. We've already done that. This video today is just to help you get an idea of some of the new stuff that's out there that maybe you didn't catch initially. So these are just a few of the ones that I liked, and I'd be kind of curious to know which ones sort of sticks out to you as we go. Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV back down here at Brinkley getting my first full walkthrough of this new Z3200. I've had so many requests to do this thing, and it's not that I've been putting it off. They have been making a couple little changes and tweaking the kitchen on this a little bit, and it's funny, I walked in it the first time, and I walked around, and I'm like, this is a kitchen that my mother would love. My mother will tell you, she doesn't like camping, but she loves glamping. But an RV's got to have a really bang-up kitchen for her, and that's exactly what this one has. Like, I can see myself standing at the sink. I can tell already where, we would put the cups, the bowls, the everything. Like, I look at this, and I immediately started moving in like it was a house because it has that kind of feel to me where it has that open and airy, but still clearly defined kind of separation of kitchen and living room. But I love this arrangement because one of the things that I like about RVing is that the social aspect of it. But so often in so many RVs, when you are in the kitchen, you're left out of everything else in the RV. And this one does not do that. You're overlooking the entertainment, which is a giant smart TV Jumbotron, overlooking a thing that I really like, that kind of wraparound sectional style sofa with the dual recliner function, of course, straight across from the TV. And then next to that, the very Brinkley signature do-it-all dinette that some folks don't like it. I really love it because if I want a computer desk, if I want double computer stations, if I want room for multi-monitors, or if I just want the two of us to sit down and have a bite to eat, or invite friends over and play a game of cards or Monopoly or something like that. And this type of table is not the type where when you're losing at Monopoly, you can't flip the table and cause a mess for everybody else to pick up. But you may have seen recently my video on the 2700 Brinkley. This is the 2700, just a little bit on steroids, almost the exact same living room and kitchen, but a juiced up upper deck with a full east-west queen or king bed slide, stackable washer dryer prep, and all the trimmings. Can't wait to hear what you think about this thing. Leave me some notes, let me know what you think, and in the meantime, if you appreciate what we do down here for you, hit that subscribe button. Let's get going. All right, everybody, the wait is finally over. One of maybe the best office model that's ever been created. Hello everybody, thank you for joining us once again to the regular returning members of the RV Nerd Herd. I hope you feel the wait was worth it. I do, but I guess maybe I'm a biased party. There has been so much buzz around this thing. And initially, we were actually supposed to have this footage for you like a month ago, but they decided to go through and revamp and revise some stuff. And I am glad we waited because they got it right. They got so much right with this. One of the biggest reasons you're ever going to consider this floor plan versus something else is because it has possibly the best front office that maybe the towable RV industry has seen to date. There have been some other pretty good ones out there, but the trick is like sometimes they've been hidden in a front living room or they're just in weird spots. They're in the middle of the camper. They're not quiet. They're not private. This thing right here, this is a mobile home away from home office is the best way I can describe it. You can bring your entire life with you anywhere you go with this thing. When I first saw the floor plan print, I was really worried the front office was just going to be way too small and cramped. I don't know if you watch my videos. I'm a chicken nugget dad bod dude. I'm a decent-sized American. It's just right. It's mama bear, baby bear, papa bear, just right. But the thing is, it's not just the space for the desk. they gave it one of those Varia desks, those height adjustable desks, so you can kind of stand it up, set it down a little bit, and there is room to stand up in the front end of this thing. But also all the drawer space and stuff next to you, they actually gave it office drawers, like hanging file drawers. That's the stuff right there that I don't see other builders do when they make an office. Now, we haven't even talked about the other 90% of this RV, or the fact that they're actually offering a alternative version of this called the 4155, that instead of a front office is actually a front bunk room. And we're going to basically look at the 4155 today, but other than the front room swap, they're the exact same RV, so you're actually getting a science fiction double feature today. I would love to hear what you think about this. Am I just cooked, or is this thing cooking? This brand continues to be one that understands what people are asking for. Welcome everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV, down here at Keystone's big dealer display, getting to see a look at what's new, and I stumbled into this new Cougar 26 RLS. I've already had some requests to put some footage together on this. I've got a video of its sister in the Arcadia series, but they're not identical twins. They're definitely sisters, not clones of one another. But if you're not familiar with that, what this floor plan gives us is like within 30 feet, I think just under 30 feet if I'm not mistaken, maximum campsite window coverage. Like the window coverage you would expect off a big triple super slide kind of camper wrapped up into something like 30 feet. But also, it works for people who aren't exactly okay with the traditional RV designs. And what I mean is there's a lot of people who just don't care about dinettes. You know, a traditional booth dinette or table and chairs has very little use for them. So Cougar said, okay, we're not going to quit doing dinettes, but what if we made one specifically that didn't? And that's kind of what this one is right here. So it's a very home style feeling and decor where, decor, it's very, the decor is very HOA brown tone approved, but you've got like a wraparound sectional style sofa in the back focused massively on the entertainment system. But the thing is, the kitchen and the living room mesh a little bit with that pantry-tainment center, and there's a handoff and an overlap. So this actually has surprisingly good kitchen storage as compared to what you would initially see. But then you have this multifunction either dining bar, or you could convert it over into like a 4-person table if you want to have some guests over, play some cards, shoot the breeze, or whatever the case. You could do that too. It's an RV that can accommodate guests, but is primarily made for 2 people, you know. New king beds, standard dual air, better tires, better suspension, better braking package. Cougar is just firing on all cylinders right now. All composite walls. Sometimes you just see an RV that just screams welcome home because it feels like being in a house. But not one like mine, like a good one. Hello and welcome everybody. Josh the RV Nerd with Bish's RV down here taking a look at this new Jayco model in this beautiful pearl full body paint package right here. Man, this is sharp. This is the new 381, I think it is, North Point. It's like a monster. It's just like absolutely welcome home. North Point, the last couple of years, has just been on fire, just nailing these big extended stay luxury fifth wheels here. Like, of course, you have things you expect like triple air conditioner and 6-point hydraulic auto leveling and better like tires and running gear and suspension and pin box and all that. All the things you expect, of course, you have all that here. But this floor plan gives us a campsite mega slide. It is a triple large panoramic window overlooking your campsite, which also means a longer campsite second awning on this sucker, giving you tons of sofa seating space. Like if you want to have friends over and entertain people, this one feels like you have more of a residential style living room with the ability to do that. The big wraparound L lounge has dual theater seats and a hide-a-bed, and a lot of manufacturers really skimp on those extra details on those right there. But you also, over in the super mega slide on the door side, you have another theater seat, you have a dedicated good desk space, and a couples or 4-person extension table. We haven't even talked about the killer kitchen. We haven't even talked about their stackable washer dryer prep or the dual standard whisper air with available third air on this thing for up to 45,000 BTUs of cooling power. This is a just awesome rig. I was about to say something that I don't know would be appropriate on camera. This thing is awesome. Take a look at that. Welcome everybody. Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV. You'll never guess where I'm at today. Taking a look at this new side patio paradigm. They're not the first, obviously, to come out with a side patio RV. I've seen like Montana's made a stab at this. Sabre has some stuff. There's a couple brands that have a thing like this. And it's a departure from the traditional big fifth wheel side patio. Historically, your side patios were basically a toy hauler ramp gate off the side of the RV. This isn't quite as long, it's not quite as deep, but that also means it doesn't eat up near as much of your campsite, but it's also effortless. It's a push button power drop side patio. The thing is, the way that they have accomplished this here, first of all, it's one of the most detailed side patios I've seen. You've got a pull-out cook station, so you have outdoor cooking, you have an outdoor drink fridge, you have a food truck pass-through window from the primary kitchen to the outside. But what I like about this is when the patio is deployed, you can still fully glass enclose the kitchen space. So it's not either open to the elements or fully enclosed. You can actually just have a door that you go in and out to the patio space. Not every manufacturer has quite done it that way. Additionally, even when the side patio is fully closed up, all that happens is you just end up with a big window overlooking your campsite, which does not break my heart whatsoever. And because they couldn't try to get cute and put a slide right there, it meant that you have a big chunk of uninterrupted solid surface kitchen counter prep space and a lot of storage. Actually, the kitchen is the most spacious feeling thing in this RV. And they even included a little hidden power drop televator in the overhead kitchen cabinetry to service the outside patio space. It's a wild concept. And so far, all we've talked about is the patio. We haven't even talked about anything else. This is a cool camper. How? Why? Why did it take them this long to finally do this? Welcome everybody. Josh the RV Nerd with Bish's RV down here at Grand Design's new RV display today. Starting kind of indoors for now. We'll jump outdoors later. It's kind of raining currently. I'm hoping to be able to dodge some raindrops. But you don't care about all that. This is, it's certainly not a new floor plan to the industry, but it's a new execution of this floor plan. So if you've been watching this channel for a long time, you might recognize, let's just get this out of the way. The Cougar 23 MLE is the originator of this floor plan. And I said when that floor plan came out, it will become their #1 selling fifth wheel. It happened in a very short amount of time, very quickly, very suddenly became very popular. And now almost every other builder has some version of it. Grand Design, I almost feel like they were slow to adopt it. I almost feel like they didn't want to, but they finally, whether they caved in or did it, they did. But they had the benefit of not being the first one to build this and understanding the things that people were wanting, like the washer dryer prep, like the electric space heating fireplace that they've added to this one. And the way that they accomplished that, they added a slight amount of length to this floor plan. It still comes in just under 30 foot tip to tail. It's like 29.9 or something like that, but still under, it's 30 feet. But they put this big fireplace over here in the corner with a nice little bench to sit down and put your shoes on right when you get in, or take them off when you get in, or when you leave or something like that. And as silly as that sounds, it's actually really useful. It can be a really handy coffee bar, but also it means when they extended the RV, they were able to actually put the pantry in with the kitchen instead of across the living room where you have to walk back and forth. Now, the Reflection 150 series is the reflection made for towability. And you'll find the touring coil suspension, the Kurt Helix pin box. As far as I know, this is the least expensive series of RV out there with that pin box and suspension combo and treatment, which you don't normally find until you get up to like Axiom or Paradigm money. So when we're looking at a floor plan like this, that's like been done 100 times. Had the camera flipped around the wrong way and didn't notice. Anyway, the RV industry's getting crazy. This is practically equipped like a move-in ready home. Welcome everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV down at a big Forest River sneak peek display today where they've got this crazy new thing. It's funny because they said it's a WDR. And I said, let me guess, that's a washer dryer room? And they went, yeah, how'd you know? It was just a magical estimation. But the thing is, there's more and more RV manufacturers, especially up in these big fifth wheels, that are realizing that there are some people who either want or need, for various reasons, an RV as an alternative to a home. And that's not exclusively how this has to be used, but that's the first thing that came to my mind, because like we have a built-in dishwasher, we have a nice little handy dedicated desk space, we have good living area, solid entertainment. It's a bath and a half ensuite with a massive front wraparound walk-in closet. Now, usually when a manufacturer does that, they shove washer-dryer hookups up in the front. The trick with that is it eats up a ton of your potential storage space. This one doesn't do that. They made the middle guest and traveling half bath a dedicated laundry room. And I love the fact they gave it like a big chunk of solid surface counter, so you have a spot you can set your laundry basket up, you can fold towels, you can organize clothes. And it's equipped. It's just equipped and ready to go. Again, I'm not saying I don't like the idea of RVs being used as a house necessarily, because that's just not what they're built for. But there's folks that need to do that, and this is again something that's far more turnkey ready in a sense, where you're just in it, you're good to go. And what's cool is all those extra home style appliances are now equipped and included under the factory warranty. And that's a cool key differential detail. Now there's a lot of, this thing has some cool parts, it has some not so cool parts. One thing I have noticed, by the way, a little housekeeping note, there's something weird with my camera interacting with the light package in here where sometimes the whole screen gets like yellow and green, and I don't know why it's doing that. So apologies, I'm not a camera expert, I'm just a nerd. Keep in mind, when you see it with the naked eye, it won't look like that. Now, I do want to offer a quick honorable mention to that Cougar 350 LLK. A lot of builders now have these rear kitchens with L-shaped sofa kind of front bedrooms. Cougar sort of took theirs and flip-flopped the left-right sides of that thing, and I think it's a pretty standout layout. I don't know, for whatever reason, I guess I didn't feel like including the footage here. But I will leave you a link in the description to find one of those. And again, if you're like, dude, you flew through these too fast, I need more time to go through some of these, check the links in the video description. I've left all that information there for you. And if you're curious, like, well, what's the price of one of these? Off those full videos, there will be a link in that one's description to get you to our website to check pricing and availability with no need to contact a salesperson, with a DNA and blood sample and grandmother's maiden name and stool sample. But whatever the case might be, you don't have to go jumping through those hoops like a lion at a circus to just get a rough figure for something. So let me know which one of these stuck out to you, and if there's something out there I've missed, or if there's another category like this you'd like me to kind of cover, leave me a note, let me know, and I'll see what I can do to make that happen. So until next time, thanks again for tuning in. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.